Hello everybody and welcome to my review of Ride 5. Ride 5 is a all motorcycle race game, the brother or sister of Forza Motorsport in a way, though not made by the same company. I've been playing the career mode, did a couple of races, had a look at the bikes you can purchase, customization. First review of this game, that this is brilliant. The detail, the graphics of the bike. I've compared some photos on Google to the actual bikes on this game, and they are absolutely dotted, lines crossed, everything is there. Detailed. It's like they scanned the bike 3D or something, and they've got it exactly right down to the actual bolts. All the screws are. So let's just show you around. All right. So I've been played, as everyone knows me, that I'm a huge advocate for Japanese racing. So you get a tutorial first level, just the first level tutorial, how the bike works, blah blah blah. Everything is in easy mode when you start, so automatic braking, automatic steering, which is a little bit annoying, but you can turn it off. So that was just the first tutorial. I did turn it off. I turned off all of the racing aids, so went to automatic shifting, transmission, semi-automatic. Turned off brake assist, turned off ABS, traction. So I turned off all that stuff. The gameplay itself, the racing itself, is actually very, very hard. The AI, even on easy, is very difficult. This is from when you buy a stock. So this is the starter bike that I used. I went through the first championship, which was the Japan Championship. So if I can go to Korea tour. Okay, so that's the first championship there. It's in gold. I've completed it now. I did that the first time with that bike, and I really, really struggled. The braking was terrible, in my opinion, very terrible. The racing line, because I have that on during most games, was way out of tune. So where it tells you to brake, you would miss that braking distance and you'd crash. So that's one thing that can be improved with this game. So I went through the championship. There was 3 races in this championship. So there you go. So I really did struggle. So as you can see on the top of your screen, or the middle of your screen, length race. So I have the AI very difficulty. I'm very easy at 20%, but I have the driving aids off. So went through. I think I finished 4th in the championship. I went back and I tuned my bike in the garage, I think. And is it? How do you tune? I don't know how I did this actually. How did I do this? Okay, yep. So I went back. So I went to home, exit career mode, went to home, went to bike tuning, and there is your tuning. So you got engine, exhaust, transmission, brakes, suspension, the motor chain, the rims, the tires, the mirrors, plates and indicators. So some external things. So everything was stock. So I upgraded the engine. So I got an engine kit on there. It wasn't that expensive. I think it was like $900 or something, 900 credits. Did the exhaust. So there's a stock from Suzuki and there's a modified from Arrow. So I just put just some kits to it to improve the bike. I noticed that there wasn't a huge... So if you see on the right-hand corner of the screen, you'll see S400 down the bottom in blue. That was at 200. So I thought was a little bit worried that I couldn't actually tune my bike, because the higher you go up, you different rate class, different classes of CC. So I did some tuning and it didn't actually go up. So I went into the 400 and it's still at the same class, which I found very interesting. So from what I gathered, this game lets you tune your bike even better than probably Forza, without having to go up a different class or down a class, which I found very interesting. So I've got some suspension kits. I've got a tyre kit. I don't think I did the chain. I did the chain, yep. And you got all your rims. And as you can see, the series, if you see in the right hand corner, so S15 to do the rims, and they're still the same class. But after that, after I've tuned all my bike, I went back to the race, and I found it much more easier. I won the championship. I won all 3 races. So in a way, it instructs you to change your bike or modify your bike, tune your bike. So let's go to home. Let's go to home dealership. So there's over 282 cars. That's me, Forza, talking about cars, because that's all I play, really, is Forza or racing games. There's 282 bikes. You've got all the brands: Aprilia, BMW, Honda, Ducati, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Suzuki. From what I've gathered, it's more sports bike-ish. So you're not going to see Harley Davidsons or anything like that in there. You're going to see probably a lot of sports bikes. But the detail of the bikes is very, very good in there. And the bikes in this game, there's a lot of options. For example, I've gone into Kawasaki. There's about 10 different Ninja variants, going back from the late 80s to today, almost. So 2020, all the way to 1989 Ninjas. So I found that very good. It gives you a lot of bikes to play with. It's 2021 version there. So I found that very, very interesting. You can go through all the years and play your favorite bikes, really. But from what I can see, it's mainly a lot of sports bikes, because it is a racing game. It's not a free run game. So that's a little bit disappointing. But basically, this is the Forza Motorsport of bikes. When you first start the game, you get an introduction voiceover like you do in Forza. I'm talking about Forza Motorsport, not Forza Horizon. I'm talking about the actual Forza Motorsport simulator game. This is definitely a simulation by a mile. It's not even close. The way that the dynamics work, the way you have to balance your bike with your controller, it is definitely a simulation. There is no arcade-ish about this whatsoever. Just like Forza Motorsport. So just found it a little bit interesting, that. Now, would I recommend buying this game? Absolutely. I love my Japanese bikes. I don't race, I don't ride, I don't even have a license, but I find them fun. So if you love your sports tuner bikes, this game would be 100% for you. Now, if you're looking for a game where you want a free roam simulation, that this is not for you. This is basically, if you're a fan of Forza and you're wishing, damn, I wish someone had made a bike game like Forza, this would be it for you. Racing, simulation, tuning. So let me go back into the bike tuning. So you can take off mirrors, take off the indicator on your license plates. Interesting. So you can customize your rider, your ride ID. Let's go into, where's personal garage. So far that was the reward bike that I got from racing with this bike. The championship coming first. So very, very good, very interesting. So I would definitely recommend. Now, you can actually tune your bike in race mode, like in career mode in races. Like, you can muck around with the brake bias and all that kind of stuff. So this is the driving aids. Again, it's exactly like Forza. The more aids you have off, the more percentage of money you will get. So I've got mainly most of them disabled or off. So auto brakes is off, but these will all be on when you first start. When you do the introduction level, these will all be on. So we go through. So what I found out, in order to, it's a bit like the career mode is actually a bit more like Gran Turismo than Forza. With Forza, you don't really need to win the event. You can just, like, let's say you come third or fourth in the championship. You can go into the next race. With this game, you have to actually win to unlock the next race. Just very similar to Gran Turismo. So it is telling. So the game is telling you that in order to win your races, you do have to tune your bike. So I finished, like I said earlier, I finished fourth in this championship. I got money from it, and then I did up the bike, made it more better, put brakes, better suspension, engine, whatnot, whatever. And I still got the same amount of money as I did when I did it the first time. Exactly the same amount of money, minus the reward at the end, which was the bike. You have to actually come first to get that bike. No, interesting enough, when I finished fourth in the championship in the first go, I actually unlocked the bike, but I didn't unlock this race, which I found very interesting. So the game's telling you got to do up your bike, you got to modify it. You know, if you want to put it new to the next race. We'll go into this little race a little bit. So this championship has 4 races, and there's your reward bike, the Suzuki RGB 250 1991. So, and there's the event details. So this displacement 550cc to 600. So just as you can see, sorry about that, I'm having problems with my controller. I wish they put in a better battery. So victory is 40 points. 40 points. Position 2, 36 points. And 32 points for position 3. So yeah, it's a very, very good game, very interesting game. How it's all set up, what you need to do to win. Telling you need to modify and tune your bike to win races. If you're into racing sport bike games, you probably don't even need to tune your racing bikes. You can probably just win with the stock bike. Me, I had to modify it because I'm alien when it comes to this kind of bike racing. But I think this game is probably an 8 out of 10. I think there's some things that can be worked on, like the in-game race. So you're doing 190, and the brake zone's there, and you brake before it hits the orange and red, same like Forza. You will go off sometimes, so you've got to brake a little bit earlier than that. So I think that can be improved a little bit. The cornering of the bike It's very, like I said, simulation. If you angle your bike too much out of a corner, you will crash. You actually fall off your bike. There's a little motion you're falling off your bike. Just like you'll see in MotoGP, bike racing. So I found that, again, very interesting. But as I said, this is a racing simulation only. If you're looking for free roam or if you're looking to do dirt bike tracks, this game is not for you. This is basically simulation racing. You've got a sports bike at home. You think, gee, I'd love to race it one day. Odds on your bike might actually be in this game. If you own a sports bike, or super sport, sorry. But anyway, that was my review. Thank you for watching, and take care.